motion made by Evan Everett and seconded by Francis Fruehan. The Treasurer's report was read and held for audit on a motion made by Evan Everett and seconded by Francis Fruehan. Public comment. Kevin Smith commented on the speed minder that is located on Quaker Lake Road. He said the township is allowed to request them to be posted on township roads twice a year. He felt there are a lot of vehicles that are speeding in the township. He would like to see more of the township police in the area and not the state police. There are Scroggins printed out notice of violations issued by DEP to WPX Energy. She also requested information through right to know request, but has been told that because the investigation continues for the Depew and Hollenbeck water issues in Franklin Township, no information could be supplied. Craig Stevens expressed concern with a surveyor from Joe Hunt Surveying on his property, claiming to be surveying property owned by Mr. Montross. He felt the property line Mr. Hunt's agency marked was not correct and was requesting a survey from a county-approved surveyor. Mrs. Kubler pointed out that Mr. Stevens is complaining about issues the township has nothing to do with. Mr. Jurista pointed out that the complaints fall in DEP jurisdiction. Mr. Scroggins asked if driveway access permits can be denied to the gas companies. Francis Fruehan said these permits are based on the merits of the permit and cannot be denied just because they are for gas companies. Evan Everett said the results have been received for the 2 trucks listed on Auctions International. The 1976 International Paystar 5000 highest bid was $3,555 even, and the 1970 Kaiser Jeep 5-ton dump truck $4,400 even. Evan Everett made a motion to accept the high bids received. Francis Fruehan seconded approved. Tim Berg gave the police report with 23 incidents for the month of June. Evan Everett gave the road report. The permit for the salt brine application for dust control on township roads has been approved. The brine has been applied to some roads, but it is too dry to make much of a difference. Rain is needed. It has been difficult to work roads without any rain. Brown Road project will not be started until we receive rain to finish the seasonal road maintenance. Ann Major asked if the ditch at the top of Sweeney Road could be looked at. She said the ditch is very deep and is concerned the vehicle could drive into it. Evan Everett said he would take a look at it, but said the ditch handles a lot of water that comes off the state road. Assessment permits. Lesh on Kennedy Road for a barn, Anderson on Twin Lake Road, Lake Marge. Driveway permits, none. Fireworks permits, James Regaro on Lake Marge for July 27 and 28. Nick Demery on Quaker Lake was for July 4th and 5th. Francis Fruehan made a motion to approve the permits. Evan Everett seconded approved. Francis Fruehan made a motion to pay the bills as submitted. Evan Everett seconded approved. As no further business was presented, Francis Fruehan adjourned to the meeting.
I'll make a motion to accept the minutes as read.
I'll second.
All in favor? Aye. Treasurer's report, please.
General Fund, EFTPS, 1,831.65, EFTPS, 1,868.59, and they are for federal payroll taxes. Pennsylvania Department of Revenue, 240.11, and Department of Revenue, 237.55, also for payroll taxes. Sandy Brink 268 even, Sandy Brink 464.78, Evan Everett 974.31, Seth Everett 940.83, Francis Fruehan 102.15, John Nagy 103.67, Ed Nowick 376.88, Chris Short 818.06, Claverack 214.02, Miller's Auto Connection 54 even, U.S. Postal Service $100 even, Tim Berg, 823.56. Michael Hornick, 423.64. Levi Tiffany, 368.99. John Walker, 183 even. Frontier, 279.94. Geisinger, 1,132.52. Century Alarm, 300 even. Sandy Brink, 268. Sandy Brink, 352.88. Tim Berg, 823.56. Michael Hornick, 487.52. Ed Nowick, 437.83. Chris Short, 934.35. Levi Tiffany, 368.99. John Walker, 271.48. Evan Everett, 974.31. Seth Everett, 940.83. Bennett's Auto, 127.55. Bob O'Reilly and Son, 1,150 even. Cintas, 725.41. Damascus Quarries, 3,315.83. J&G Excavating, 200 even. Susquehanna Disposal, $45 even. Tri-Cities Communication, 166.30. Williams Oil and Propane, $1,020.06. Tri-Cities Communication, $3,342.88. PSAT's UC Fund, $252.66, and PCPA UC Fund, $42.17. Started with a balance of $235,088.42. Receipts at $13,868.07. Disbursements at $38,146.78, leaving a balance of $218,809.71. State funds, Bradco Supply, $3,537.01. Cook Brothers Truck Parts, $37.76. Damascus Quarries, $5,467.52. Fleet Pride, $13.94. Williams Oil, $2,200.79. Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, $195. Started with a balance of $168,887.47. Receipts at $2.47. Disbursements, $11,452.02, leaving a balance of $157,437.92. Police Fund, John Nagy, $62.51. Frontier, $166.43. AT&T, $36.58. Minion Enterprises, $435 even. Montrose Auto Parts, $47.64. Silver Lake General Fund, $5,605.37. Verizon, $88.46. Started with a balance of $75,316.09. Receipts at $1,805.02. Disbursements $8,004.77, leaving a balance of $69,116.34. Equipment Fund, John Nagy, $36.28. Started with a balance of $94,898.11. Receipts at $1,156.55. Disbursements $36.28, leaving a balance of $96,018.38. Building Fund, People's National Bank, $1,281.43. John Nagy, $11.16. People's National Bank, $5,000. Started with a balance of $23,660.05. Receipts at $2,636.13. Disbursements at $6,292.59, leaving a balance of $20,003.59.
I'll make a motion to accept the treasury report draft. Public comment.
I'd like to know, last time WPX was here, they said that they would start drilling in our township at the end of summer, and they started drilling, I guess, a week or two ago. Do you know why they started earlier?
I do not know. We really don't have any control over the drilling schedule.
She didn't say that. I have the notes.
Questions to the front?
So they didn't tell you why?
No, we don't, like I said, we really don't control when they start drilling.
So they didn't communicate to you why they decided to start at this point,
No.
as opposed to the end of the summer?
All right, when she was here, Susan Oliver, is her name?
Mm-hmm.
She said that the drilling would be completed at the end of August on the McGeorge well. I mean, that was a definite completion. I mean, they didn't say they were going to start at the end of the summer. That was supposed to. Now, I don't know about the fracking. I have drilling written here. Oh, excuse me. I have drilling written here.
Okay.
Vera?
Also like to know, in the past month, have any roads been fixed or repaired by the gas company or their subcontractors of any of our roads? Which
Any
ones?
of what?
Any of our roads fixed or repaired the past month?
Patton Road.
Patton
was
Road?
repaired up to the Wilkes well pad. And I'm not sure which other one, if they did any other this month. They repaired a couple of them.
So the only one you can say right now is Patton Road? That you can recall?
I can't remember if Donovan was also in the month of July, but they repaired Donovan to the well pad driveway and also Patton to the well pad driveway.
And then do you know how much it costs them? What do they actually do? What's involved? Do they send you a report like, we did this amount of work and
No.
it cost us this amount of money?
No,
They don't send you any information?
no, we monitor what they're doing, and if we have any questions or concerns, if we'd like them to do anything different, we tell them before they do the work. You know, we initiate what they do to the roads. They aren't just coming in and doing it on their own.
Hmm.
It's all discussed before, you know, we aren't letting them come in and just do as they please with them.
So what, if you were to describe it, what did they actually do?
They fill the road base back in with quarter rubble and then resurface the top.
Did they widen the roads at all?
Just put them back to the edge of the banks. The
Mhm.
townships, as the township has wore the roads away over the years, you know, the banks can't stay straight up, so they taper in.
Mhm.
And then they just fill that back in. What we've been doing as a township quite a bit, you know, different areas. In our grants through the county, we've done that with. Same thing, you know, the county's funded some of it.
So what would be your actual agreement with the gas companies about road repair? Can you tell us in your words, do you have anything in writing, or what do you have verbally said to each other?
For what?
What have you said about road, what's your road agreement with the gas companies?
Anything that they damage, they repair.
And that's it? That's your agreement?
Yep.
And it's only a verbal, it's not a written agreement?
That's correct.
Thank you.
Couple questions, please. Were you satisfied with that repair work that was done?
Very.
Changing the tune here. You know, summer comes and all these cottages are filled and cars clearly park on the road because there's not enough room for parking, and as the vehicles get larger on our roads, it's really becoming difficult to go around the lakes without incurring somebody's car on the road or people on the road. I know there's a problem with speed there because we, you know, protect that a lot with the speed. Is there anything we can do with the cars parking on the roads?
We'll look into it.
Thank you.
Do you know what roads are you talking about?
Both Quaker and
Questions to the
Laurel
front.
Lake.
What is it?
Questions? to the
What
front?
roads are you talking about?
Just talking about Quaker Lake Road.
And
Quaker
Laurel
Lake? And Laurel Lake Road?
Well, the lakes around it, there's, you know, there's the same cottages every weekend that,
Okay, we'll look into it.
like I said, as the trucks get bigger, it's getting harder and harder to go around the lakes in the busy summertime.
You mean driving or walking?
Driving. And isn't it illegal to park on roads?
Just to make an announcement, the Silver Lake Community Park is sponsoring an adult comedy night, 8 o'clock Saturday,
Yeah.
and the admission is $10, just in case anybody's interested in going and supporting the park.
Did you guys happen to see the 63-page decision by the Pennsylvania Supreme Court that came down on the 26th?
No.
That's on Act 13. They vacated sections 1, 2, 3, and 8. They're null and void as of the 26th. Most of those had to do with home rule, so they're allowing the communities once again to decide what they want or not want. I found it very interesting, but it's a pretty long read. But if you get a chance to look at it, maybe you're the supervisors for the township, you might want to check it out because it puts the power back in your hands. Update, I called and Williams was allowing a Navarro and Wright to do a second survey on my property there. The reason I am bringing it up here is they're doing this all through the entire pipeline route in Silver Lake Township because they need to reassess their right-of-ways going up to it and buy the right-of-ways. So that's the reason it was brought up. But I should have the answer Friday as to whether they concur with what the original surveyor did. I have the same concerns that Vera does. I remember watching the video that night, and I think she said starting, but I'll have to re-review it to make sure that it wasn't completing. I thought she said they wanted to keep the traffic off the roads during the summertime because they knew that would be a conflict with recreation around the 4 major lakes that we have here. So I'll take a look at that and see if that's the case. If you haven't got a chance to catch Shelley Depew, my neighbor's movie Truthland, check it out, except for there's some problems coming up with it, so I sent you a copy of the analysis of the movie that has connections to it.
Right.
She's in Franklin, but the Franklin border is about 150 yards from my house, so it's pretty close to me being in Franklin or Silver Lake Township. They found a few problems with it that you might want to review that I sent you. Also, this doesn't pertain to us exactly, but there's the Constitution pipeline, but it's a FERC line. So they're going to put a 30-inch pipe through eminent domain through 121 miles of Pennsylvania and New York. I have a problem with using eminent domain for any pipeline. The problem with the FERC lines, just make sure we know when a federal line is coming through here, there is absolutely no setback. They can literally bore underneath the foundation of your house to put a 30-inch line in. The federal government does not require any setback, so I have a really big concern with that. Laserhead setbacks because it's not a transit line between 2 states. And we all saw our buddies, the EPA, finished up endemic, but I have a problem. I'll send you these over an email. But Ray Kimball's a friend of mine. He drives the truck that delivers water out to people endemic that determine that they need it. We don't get involved in whether it's contaminated or not. That's not my issue. There's his pre-drill test results from Cabot's own testing in July of '08, totally clean. There's what the EPA handed him the other day and said his water is perfectly fine. And then I'll send you a copy of this. All these highlighted items are over the MCL of all these items. So I'm having a little bit of a problem with the industry claiming that everything's fine and the DEP claiming everything's fine and the EPA, but they hand the results to somebody and told them their water's fine. And then when they're leaving, they told them don't drink your water. That's the field rep. But the bosses say something different. I wish they could do this really safely, but they haven't proven it to me yet. So I'm very concerned about them. They have, what, 15 well pads here in Silver Lake Township that WPX is clearing. And I'm very happy for the people who are getting wells on their property that are going to make money, and whoever's in the cooling unit, that's awesome. I'm just hoping that we don't have some problems that go along, you know, for the next 6 generations, that hopefully my family will be in the area. But I'll send you over the copies of that so you can review it.
Anybody else?
The 4 wells that are contaminated on Laurel Lake, EPA was up this week. Do you guys know what's going on with that? What is the deal?
No.
You know nothing?
I haven't heard anything about
That's even before the drilling started.
it. Anybody else?
Has EPA given you, I mean DEP, about Laurel Lake, have they sent you a report about what's going on our lake? The 4 wells that are contaminated with a PCE chemical? No, you haven't, they don't inform the township?
Nothing, you know nothing about that?
You know nothing
Not
about
as
it?
far. We haven't received anything.
I think I'll ask the DEP, why don't they notify the township? I
They
think,
usually do.
don't they usually do? So why aren't they?
And different stuff,
Now,
I
they've
don't
been
know.
there twice, and they've tested several homes. 4 homes cannot use their water because of PCE above the allowable limit. So that's tetrachloroethylene. So, and they're not notifying you, so then I'm going to call them and let them know. They should notify the township.
Going down my road to 167, Wilkes was there testing Fallbrook right at the bridge at 167 and Silver Creek Road. They had a $880,000 grant given to them so they can check streams. They did Deer Lick Creek over in the shopping area, and now I found out they're here. So if you don't know
They've
that,
been here since.
well, I mean, but they're doing specific locations here, like
When FEMA was around, they were here.
perfect.
Back in March.
I don't think they had the grant though. I think that was more related to the flooding, but this is a grant specifically to test for any potential problem from the drilling or, you know, anything getting in the creeks. They're doing Fallbrook. They're checking Laurel Lake Creek from upper all right at the bend there where they had the problems with the boring behind my house. Then they're going down into Silver Creek, and they're gonna check a couple of your other tributaries, but just, I saw them there, so I stopped, and the guy's name is Eric Tramp, but he's from Wilkes University. There's a whole team of people there, but they're gonna do a pretty thorough investigation, so it'll be nice to see what they come up with, just to make sure that we're clean and good.
I'd like to know if you have any complaints from Mahoney Road near the drilling the past month. Do you get any complaints from any
No.
neighbors? No complaints at this point? Okay.
Okay, we're gonna,
Evan,
Yes.
I've been dropping off some metal stuff in the back,
yep,
and I noticed the trucks are gone.
what trucks?
I thought there were some trucks back there, military type trucks. Are they still?
We sold 2 of them.
Oh, you sold 2 of them?
And what time of the day were you dumping them off, dumping the stuff off?
It was random.
In the, like, the middle of the day?
Yeah.
We were probably using them.
Oh, okay.
All right, we'll be moving on to the police report now.
Evening, folks. For the month of July, we had 40 incidents. We had 3 medicals. We had 6 assists to other departments. 1 assist was to the probation department. They had a warrant for a guy, and he ended up being arrested for drugs, which was turned over to another agency. We assisted Montrose with DUI. Gibson called us for car versus deer. We assisted them. We assisted Montrose in a domestic, and we assisted our municipal sewage authority incident with Dan. We also had 2 burglar alarms, 2 criminal mischief, 2 criminal trespass, 1 disorderly conduct, 2 disabled vehicles, 2 erratic driver incidents, 3 911 hangups, 1 harassment by communication, 1 littering, 1 miscellaneous investigation, 1 search and rescue, 1 suspicious person, 2 suspicious vehicles, 1 larceny theft, 2 reports of trees down. We did 4 traffic stops for the month, 1 vandalism, and 1 welfare check.
Can we ask a question? Any questions of you, Tim?
You have to address it.
I have to address you? Okay, I'd like to know if there's been an increase in crime in our township since the gas industry entered our township 4 years ago in 2008. Can Tim Berg tell us if there's an increase in crime in the past 4 years, and if it can be attributed at all to the industry and the people that are coming in here?
Benny, do you want me to answer that?
Yeah, go ahead.
As far as the gas industry, there's been an increase in the population in the area, but as far as me contributing that to the gas company, I don't think so at this point. It's just been that we had an increase in traffic and people going through the area, but as far as dealing with the gas company, I can't contribute that to the gas company.
And then compared to last month, it's double the amount of incidents. Do you have any explanation for that?
It's our summer months. We've actually been busier in the last 3 months than we have in the last couple of years. So, and it's happening. It's happening all throughout the county. There's a lot of burglaries going on. I just got a report. We did a survey. The FBI and another justice agency did a survey for the police departments in like 5 different counties around here. And what they're seeing is there's an increase in burglaries, an increase in drug use. Thefts are really skyrocketing. In Susquehanna County, what we're noticing is the drug activity is coming through this area and it's hitting hard. You're getting a lot of daytime invasions. They had just last night, car stolen in the middle of the night. They had a front-end loader stolen from someplace last night. These people are just hitting, taking, and selling it for whatever they can sell it for. And I do contribute that to a lot of drug activity. In our township, we're starting to see the increase in the drugs. For the person that was picked up on the warrant the other day that we had a drug arrest, they ended up having meth We've also got heroin in the township, but the heroin is all over Susquehanna County right now, and it's a major problem. We're hoping that somehow it can be controlled.
And then can you say whether all this drug activity, can they collate it somehow, organize it? Is it coming from people living in the county who are residents, or is it from out of the county, and is it from anywhere like west of our state, coming from like, you know, Texas or the other Midwest states? Can you say who's doing this type of thing? Like who's being picked up for heroin and meth?
You gotta read the newspaper for that. You know, I can't release names and stuff like that.
But can you release location of the perpetrators?
No.
No.
So I have to get it from the newspaper?
As far as the drug activity, the drugs are coming in from all over the place. There's locals doing it, and there's people from out of town doing it that are passing through the area and getting caught.
And the same thing with burglaries. Can you say it's locals or non-locals, non-county resident?
I really couldn't say it for the burglaries.
Good. We aren't gonna take any more questions on this.
For the law enforcement, no, not on the, not
No,
on
that was
the,
in public comment.
what's that?
Public comment.
No, I'm asking about law enforcement question.
Okay, go ahead, up front.
So, right, so the trucks on my road are about 300 to 24 hours, and I'm wondering, I know we don't have any zoning, can the supervisors ask that maybe there's limited hours, especially when we start school again, that they can not be going in certain areas or use it? For some reason, it's, my road is the main one, and
You'll have to contact the state.
so-called PennDOT?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll check with them, thanks.
Okay, road report. We, as we've been starting to get some rain, we finished our Brown Road project, and we have just recently got notice that we're going to be getting a grant for Wilkes-Barre Turnpike. I applied for it early in the year. We hope to start that in early to late September, depending on the weather. I guess an update on our plow truck that we're working at. The plow equipment has not came in yet at the place we had ordered it, and we're just waiting on that. And we've got to do a couple other things. We're going to be painting the truck in-house here, and then we'll be sending that down to have the body put on. That's all I have for the road report. There was no assessment permits, no driveway permits for the month, no fireworks permits. Is that too fast?
Nope.
Make a motion. I'll make a motion to pay the bills.
I'll second.
I'll make a motion to adjourn the meeting.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Well done, yay.
Good job, Ed.
I don't know if it might date this. It will be in minutes.
The pads and the verticals were one thing.
All right, I'm saying the drilling.
I know they clear pads.
You didn't say frack, you said drill, and we're actually, I have frack here.
I'm getting concerned, they did the same thing with Phil, they drilled 4 wells vertically and took off for almost a year. They're using which I think is a little bit disingenuous on their part. So the view, they drilled the vertical in January of 2011, didn't come back until the year of December to actually see the frac. But they drilled the caps down, that immediately put your leads on automatic. And they cleared it, come back in 5 years.
5 years, yeah.
No, 10 years, once they drill, they hold it for, until they abandon.
I thought they had to keep production.
In some leases it is.
It's in mine,
Production. Correct, there's always gonna be a split.
One of the things is with with the gas being so low, they're not so anxious to
But they will do the because, you know, some of the still out there, so this is real low. And he was very upset about it because it came to drilled, and I think he wasn't too happy when he drilled before he left, thinking that he'd had it for weeks and going for a year, but have you heard anything from Chesapeake? I called them.
they went to compliance.
Yeah, but there's zero activity.
Unfortunately, Chesapeake, as much investigation and everything you did, you know, you don't always choose right, but Chesapeake is one of the ones
They're the
that,
plant flippers.
they're the ones a long time ago that was drilling the holes and not fracturing.
Not even that, they're just basically not, you got the whole spot where we are. They also call Chesapeake for one next. And I asked, they were gonna go into a negotiation with WPS. And I called both of them, that fell apart. So
They wanted, because they wanted too much money, they wanted like 50, 60 times what they paid us.
of course.
And we didn't get it.
So it's interesting. I really wish one, and they're overspending. They really don't treat, they come in and treat you like a car salesman.
That's all we want. Everything on this company, just focus.
There's a positive.
Just like used to be put down. It's got nothing to do with
That's a
the.
cleaning chemical. We want to talk about it. They don't have any regulations for that.
And it's not something that was done years ago, it's recent because it's anticipated by
I still hope they
now.
find it. They've been investigating what's going on in the forest for 16 months now. It's still in investigation. I said, 3 months, 6 months, a year? They said, we're not giving any time down. I go,
So I
we
just
don't
know
have
that,
it.
you know, they found 81 and then they said, like they wanted,
He said they went
yeah, they came up
He
to
said they
me
went
too.
from 4, and now they're doing the entire third circle of the lake.
Well, they're trying to see how Kim is, the lake is okay.
With the wells, so maybe somebody, the water wells.
Literally, well, you know, sometimes people aren't too bright.
Just the wrong stuff.
I
Or
would,
they're
I
gonna, or they try to
they
clean
try to clean
their
their well with
the wrong
wrong
thing.
stuff.
Yeah.
You know,
And the neighbor tells the neighbor, oh, this is cheap.
logically, you know, this is what it sounds like, because it doesn't sound like.
Easily could be, operator
I
there.
know they checked my house, which was fine, and then they came back and decided to check out my barn. He didn't call, but he did. I mean, if they found something, they would have, so it hasn't
Were you
turned
guys a
out.
5 or 10-year lease?
Yeah, what you guys did.
Well, I got 5, and it's already 2 years into
We're gonna do that.
family.
Yeah,
I hope that helps.
I have a problem with that, but I'm getting it
What'd she sign it as?
She was the life tenant, she did not own the property. Yeah, so it's interesting, they don't want to remove it, but it's being ordered to be removed, somebody died. So.
My name is Tom. I've seen a lot of your videos and stuff. I noticed you really close on your plans, and I'm actually about when I said concerned about the environment. I remember you saying you had high level of things. Remember you saying you had high levels of
Okay. I was gonna do your car.
Well, I am higher than normal. Methane levels are just their last year. They're super high. I have bubbles in the water. But I haven't, it was raising their.
I did catch you saying
Well, over by Franklin, that's where the bubbles are.
Yeah, and this is what you said, it was like 2 miles away. And there's a well. near there. And immediately when you said that, I saw your video where, you know, this was back in May, I think. And I was like, I want to make sure that, you know, the radar is used up. Let me tell you what I yeah, you plug it in and it shows you the
No,
this is kind of important information.
there, my share, because that was like this.
I heard he wants to buy a boat.
Their average count was
That was
between 3.2 and 4.8. That's, you know, normal, within six. Now, 3 weeks ago, just about 3 weeks ago, from the tomorrow,
He's got a bigger one.
that's when it
That wasn't the
went
biggest
from
one.
3.8 to 5.6. That's a huge spike.
No, 'cause I guess he's got a
Yeah.
bigger one up to the bar.
How much was it?
Short count shows you the current number.
No, that's not much an average. And the stuff, that's a pump. That's a pump burn both ways.
It's like inspector.
My house is old enough, there's no solid floor, everything, lower level, the basement. Where you have
It's very expensive.
yeah, that's right, yeah, we're starting to do the supervisor through the whole.
What's interesting, they got closer from 5.2 to 3. Last I checked, this was like a few hours ago.
So there was a spike and then it went down, so we'll have to see what happens. Yeah, shoot me an email, let me know where you got it. I'm gonna get it.
Have your dad silicone the hole on your.
I can hear across. It can be. Again, it's a lot of radioactive.